Hello, my name is Shelly. I have been working on renovating my 2001 22-foot travel trailer from 90s not so chic into something more bright and modern and totally my taste. I have been making videos all about the renovation process, before and afters, how-tos. I did the whole thing in about 3 months. I was working on it while my toddler was napping or after he went to bed, and I'm very much in love with the results. I'm pretty much done with it now, but it is now winter here in Wisconsin where I live, so I'm sitting right in front of the camper, and I thought I would make a video with some advice in it. Specifically advice about things that I would do exactly the same way if I had it to do again. Please just feel free to copy me, do these things exactly the way I did them if you were planning to renovate a camper, because if I renovated another camper, I would do them the same way again. I'm also planning to do a video about all the things I regret throughout the renovation process, all the things that I would do completely differently if I was going to do it all over again. So there's a subscribe button down there. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to make sure and see that. But without further ado, here are the things that I wouldn't change a bit, that I would do exactly the same way, and that I highly recommend doing if you are planning to renovate a camper yourself. One thing I would do again for sure is I would get basically the exact same size RV. I got a 22-foot travel trailer. It's 3,000 pounds, so it is the perfect size for me. It's something that is small enough that a truck could easily tow. Even a very robust SUV can tow it. And I wanted something that wasn't going to be a strain on whatever vehicle I chose to tow it with. Another thing I would do exactly the same way is the exterior paint. The exterior was white, but it had these stripes on it, blue and white stripes, that I just didn't like the look of. It looked like a dingy pair of 90s sneakers in my opinion. So I wanted to paint over that to make it a little bit more sleek. And I used regular exterior house paint to do that. I read somewhere that you can do that on a camper. I mean, it's made to withstand the elements. I also used a really good primer underneath the house paint that was made for bonding to metal, because my particular camper is not fiberglass, it has a metal exterior. So I used 1 coat of primer and then 2 coats of exterior house paint, and so far so good. It's looking really good, and it was extremely inexpensive. I did a whole video about painting the camper exterior, which I'll link up here somewhere. The next thing I would definitely do again was use edge-glued wood for replacing the dinette table, the counter in the kitchen, and the counter in the bathroom. It basically looks like butcher block, but it's lighter in weight, which is good for a camper, and it's less expensive, and I think it looks great. I think it looks amazing. I bought it at my local hardwood store, cut it to size, sanded it, stained it, and then I covered it with a waterproof coating, and it looks amazing, and I would definitely do that again. Another thing I would do exactly the same is thrifting decor items and thrifting bedding. Is a huge money saver. You can, if you enjoy thrifting like I do, it's completely painless and super fun to do it, and you can find some really unique things for your camper that way. And a lot of the things in thrift stores are things that are very similar to what you would find in a high-end store, because of the circle of the circle of trends, where something becomes very uncool, and just as it becomes just painfully uncool, it becomes cool again. You can take advantage of that cycle, and just as something is moving into cool, the vintage versions of those things will be at thrift stores for sure. Baskets, like everything right now is like cane everything. Thrift stores are full of cane, so just go get it at a thrift store. So the flooring. I would definitely do the exact same flooring. What I used was vinyl peel and stick flooring, essentially the cheapest stuff you can find from my local hardware store. Not including the trim, it was $50. I mean, why wouldn't you replace your floor with something that costs $50? It's perfect in every way. It's easy to install. It's a camper. It doesn't need to be something that's as good as you would put in your house. So yeah, I would do vinyl peel and stick flooring again in a heartbeat. The next thing that I would do exactly the same is I chose zero VOC paint for the inside of the camper. I think a lot of people wouldn't have done that because firstly, a camper is partially outdoors, you're not in there all the time, it's very well ventilated. But me personally, I have a toddler, I just don't want a bunch of chemicals floating around in the air when I'm trying to camp. The whole point of camping is to be in a clean, wholesome, natural environment, and I just didn't want the paint in my cute camper off-gassing while I'm sleeping. It's really probably not a huge deal, but I would do it again. One of the biggest impact things I did in the camper, visually, is that I replaced the faucets. The kitchen faucet and the bathroom faucet. And I would do that exact same thing again, and I might even get the exact same faucets. I got both of them from Amazon. They were very inexpensive. One of them was $55 and the other one was like $32, and they look great. And I would do the exact same thing again. I would not get a camper specific faucet. I just don't like the way they look. I wanted real metal, regular quality, like house quality faucets. So I got them, and I do not regret it. Well worth it. The last thing that I would do exactly the same way, as long as it fit with the decor, if I did another camper, is basically I found this really cute looking way of attaching art to the walls using clothespins, and I would do that exactly the same again if it fit the decor, because it's extremely easy. I just used those kind of command strips on the back of the clip, and you can change out the art frequently, and in a small space that's really handy. As I mentioned, I am planning to do another video where I talk about the things I regret doing the way I did them, so hit subscribe if you want a notification when that video comes out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something if you're planning to flip a camper or fix up your own camper. Thank you again for watching. Bye!